I'm going to show you how to edit some images. I use GIMP. This is like a free editing tool in place of Photoshop. So if you need to get GIMP, you can just simply go to gimp.org and do a download. And once that's downloaded, you can pull it up. It'll look like this. There's a few ways you can pull an image into GIMP to start editing it. You can simply like drag and drop. So I'm going to have yours pulled up here. You can just drag and drop an image like so, right into there, or you can go to the image, right click. You might have to add the open with. You might have to choose another app for the first time, and you can open with GIMP and it will bring it up there. So once you have the image you want to add, there's two things to note. And this is just a really basic, how do I resize my image and optimize it for my website? So right now we have this image. Let's go to scaling image. So there's a difference between scaling image and a canvas size. So let's talk about scaling an image. Scaling an image is going to automatically keep the same aspect ratio of an image, but it allows you to make it smaller. You never want to make it bigger or it's going to get really wonky. So let's, for instance, say we only needed this to be 1200 pixels wide because we're not using it across the whole width of a screen, right? When we put in the new width and we hit enter, it's going to automatically change the height to keep the same aspect ratio as before. Scale the image, and now we have a smaller image. That's perfect. So that's scaling an image. When you do a canvas size, that would be the same thing as cropping an image. So when you go here and you change the width to say 800, it's not going to automatically change the height for you. When you hit enter, you're going to see this little box appear and you can actually position what you want to be cropped out of the image. So now we're making this a square. We're changing the aspect ratio. So we're going to resize that image and now we have an 800 by 800 pixel image or a square. When we want to save this image, we're going to go to the file, export as, and here you can actually change the file extension. JPEG is fine. PNG is a file extension that's used when you want to have a transparent background, and it's the largest of all the file types for images. So the best one to use is WebP. This is a fancy new one. It's optimized for images, and it will also include a transparent background. So I always save my images now in file extension .webp. So you just keep the file name, make sure it's .webp, and then you export it. Well, we already have it named this, so we don't want to overwrite it just in case. So I'm going to just name it something else like new. Make sure it's .webp or it'll throw you an error. Export that image. Make sure it says export. And then it's probably going to be in the same file where it came from. And as you can see, it is right here, the new one. Perfect. One more thing you can do, and this is if you really want to make sure your images are compressed and optimized for your website, it really helps with site speed, is you can go to this tinypng.com, and this is actually going to compress your image for you. All you have to do is, put side by side, take the image you want to compress, drag it and drop it, and it's automatically done it for you, and you can just hit download. When you do that, it's probably going to go into your downloads folder, most likely, not the same folder you came from. And this is going to be your new image to use for website. So that's how you can easily compress an image. I recommend doing this. It doesn't take too much time and it really helps with